Alright guys, today we're going to be a video I'm really excited about. This is a pretty simple recipe that I have spent quite a bit of time perfecting and making my own. So this is my homemade guacamole. I really love making this recipe. It's all fresh ingredients. No oils, no mayonnaise, nothing that you might see in a lot of guacamole recipes. We've just got 3 ripe I've got large avocados, a tablespoon of lime juice. I have half a teaspoon of kosher salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. I don't love cumin, so to balance out the earthy flavor of the cumin, I like to balance it out with a 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. So if you don't like chili powder and you enjoy cumin more, feel free to take out the chili powder and do a full half teaspoon of the cumin. And then finally, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I also have about a 1/4 of a cup to about half a cup of red onion. Use whatever onion is in your refrigerator or that you enjoy. I've got a teaspoon of cilantro, 1 minced garlic clove, and 2 roma tomatoes. And then I've got half a jalapeno. And what I do is I typically take, I cut the jalapeno in half and I will take the seeds and ribs out of one of the halves and leave the seeds and ribs in the other half to still give it that fiery jalapeno taste. However, I had cooked with this jalapeno a couple nights ago and I know that's a little spicier. So for this particular jalapeno, I went ahead and only kept the seeds and ribs in 1/4 of that jalapeno. So this is a very easy recipe to change out and balance to your own flavors. If you have a sensitive mouth, you can take out the jalapeno and add in more onion, garlic, whatever you might enjoy. So I do have my 3 avocados in this bowl. I am going to go ahead and take my lime juice and pour it over the avocados. And then I'm going to give my seasonings a quick mix just in this little bowl. Doesn't have to be anything perfect, but just to kind of get all the different spices mixed in with one another, and put that on top of my avocado as well. And now I usually use a potato masher. My potato masher is currently a dishwasher, so I am using this ground meat tool. So this will do just fine. You can use a fork. Use whatever you have available to you. So I'm just going to roughly mash up the avocado. And I tend to like a chunkier guacamole, so I am going to want to make sure I'm still getting those nice chunks of avocado. But if you like a smoother guacamole, then you're going to keep mashing until you get that smoother paste-like consistency. I will say the longest part about this recipe is just getting all of the fresh vegetables chopped. I did purchase a vegetable chopper from Amazon and I have really loved it, and it has been a game changer for me to chop up onions. I tend to tear up pretty quickly when I chop up onions, so just having that vegetable chopper do all the work for me has made a major difference. I just want to kind of give this a mix to get all these flavors evenly distributed, but I think I am going to keep mashing up. And one of my favorite tips for making guacamole is to get all of your fresh produce cut and chopped up but leave the avocado for last. The longer the avocado is exposed to oxygen, the more likely it is to turn brown quicker. So I like to save the avocado for last and get that lime juice on the avocado to try and preserve all the green avocado I can. But of course, we do know that even if the avocado does brown, it's still delicious. And this is pretty much the consistency that I like to go for. Got some nice chunks throughout, but still has that classic guacamole smoothness to it. And of course, we're not done. We will add in the mixture of the onion, tomato, garlic, cilantro, and jalapeno, which adds just even more texture beyond any kind of avocado chunks that might be left behind. I love to make this guacamole and have it on top of hamburgers, of course, just as a snack with some chips. Serve it with tacos or fajitas. I'd say this stays fresh for about 3, maybe 4 days if you keep it in the refrigerator. Now, the other trick that we've got to share with you as well is once you get all of the produce mixed together and evenly distributed, you're going to want to put this in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. You can eat it and taste it right away, but if you let it sit in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, all of those flavors really come together and it just gives you an even more beautiful tasting experience. So what I like to do is I've got this large bowl and I brought everything to the center and now I'm kind of spreading out evenly. And then before I put it in the refrigerator, I'm going to take some plastic wrap and I'm going to make sure to push the plastic wrap right on top of the guacamole. I mean, I'm going to actually push it onto the guacamole, and that will also help keep this beautiful green color of the guacamole and keep it from browning as well. I'm going to give myself a generous piece of this plastic wrap. And like I said, I'm going to make sure to push it right on top of the guacamole, giving it a nice seal all the way around. And if you continue to do this each time you put this guacamole back into the refrigerator, you will have a very green guacamole for, like I said, 3, maybe 4 days. And just for good measure, I'm going to put one more piece on top of the bowl. I can keep from tangling it up. If you got a lid for your bowl, that is even better to put right on top. Of course, with the plastic wrap on top of the guacamole as well. And this is going to go right into the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes, and I'm going to taste test it after that. So the guacamole has been in the fridge for about 30 minutes. I can't wait any longer, so I'm going to go ahead and give a taste test. I'm going to open up my plastic wrap, and just for the purposes of the video, I'm going to serve some in these little cantina style bowls. Got my chips. Give it a taste. With the guacamole coming out of the refrigerator, it's nice and cool. Dare I say refreshing. Just a little bit of spice that kicks in at the end of your bite. It's a really delicious treat, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Click the subscribe button to see more content, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!